Good morning, people. Sorry about the delay there, just having a little bit of trouble getting YouTube connected. My name is Scott. I work for my own company called TheFlyerMaster, as you can see on the screen. In this week's episode, or not even an episode, live stream, I'm going to basically be animating this logo to make a video intro that I can use on promotional stuff. Depending on how well the initial one goes, I might have time to do another one as well. So I'm going to just be talking you through the process I'm using. We'll also be doing a little bit of experimenting and figuring out from there what we kind of want to do with this video. So the software we're going to use today is going to be Adobe Illustrator and Adobe After Effects to then animate it. So the first thing I'm going to need to do is to basically break down this logo into kind of layers in Illustrator, so that when we bring it over into After Effects, we can animate each bit. So I've got a rough idea in my head of how I'd like to animate him. I think that's probably the most important thing before you start any kind of work like this. Is I don't think you can just dive into it. You need to kind of prepare a little bit and figure out what it is you're going to do. So I think in the first video, I'm just going to work out a way. We'll maybe have the text coming in on its own and kind of landing with us with a crash or something like that, and then this guy kind of creeping up from behind the text, giving a nod, maybe a wink, something like that, and then like some electricity to kind of bring it all together before it sets in the correct position. If that goes well, we might be able to do something a little bit more advanced, but really just want to get something down today that looks good and can be used in for future stuff. As always, if you have any questions or would like to give me any feedback on what I'm doing, feel free to drop a comment down below, or message the page if you don't want it to be public. I'll give any shout outs to anyone who's watching today. Just let me know, and obviously give a like and a share if you're feeling really kind. That would be great. So if we get started with grouping some of this stuff together, that's probably going to make life easiest. So if we get we'll get the layers panel. I'm going to pop this over here just so I can see what I'm doing. Bring that down there. So we're going to start separating this. So if we need the badge, I'm going to group that together, cut that, add a new layer, and we'll just use Control F to paste in place. I'm going to name these to make life really easy. So badge. Just pop that up, make sure you can actually hear me. I think I might be a little bit quiet, so I'll bring that up. Let me know if there's any audio problems or anything like that. So we've got the badge on its own layer. If we grab, got a bit of a shadow there, that comes through to the badge. So I think I might have to add this on its own one as well. So I'm going to name this badge shadow. Hide that. I'm going to take this off. I think this will get added after the electricity. So I do yellow border, And in case you missed it, this logo that we're looking at right now, we created this last week during a live stream after a very long delay of rebranding my graphic design company. I'm very happy with the results. It is pretty much looking how I've had it in my head from the moment I started as a graphic designer, but I did not have the ability to bring it to life how it looks now. So I'm really pleased with the outcome. I think with this bit I might have to come back in once we've brought it into Illustrator, but I think we'll treat this whole bit as one whole shape, and then we'll have the eyes and the mouth on a separate layer. So let's paste that in place, and we'll go hood and hide that now. I think we'll do each one on its own here, just so we, if we need to, we can animate. So if we go left eye, and right eye, and with the smile, I will figure it out when we go to animate it, but we might have to come back in and maybe make some different shapes and kind of morph them together. So if we do smile, we're nearly there now. Let's bring all of the backwards. Hold on, we've lost something. We've lost the words the. Okay, it's snuck its way onto here. So I'll ungroup that real quick. Take you out of there. Bring you back to here. And I think we will treat I think I'm going to keep this text each on their own layer, just so we can just add a little bit of life to it when we go to animate it. So let's do that real quick. I did think about prepping this before the video, but I think it might be beneficial if someone's not done anything like this before, to really see it from start to finish, because I really regret not doing that with the last video. I missed recording a section of it, so I think it'd be beneficial to see the whole process. Right. We've got a few random letters here that are just in here to confuse me. So we're very nearly there on this part. Now with today's live stream, I'm going to be working. I put myself down to do the whole day. I don't know if it's going to take the whole day, but it's better safe than sorry. So I'll be doing chunks of, I think, about 90 minutes, and then having just a little break, grab a coffee or something, and then get back on it. So there'll be a few different parts for this video, and then at the end I will I'll chop the live stream up and get that on the different platforms to watch. So let's say we'll just call that the tagline, and already got someone on the comments. Yo, let's hit the like button on that one. And then we've just got one little layer left, which is the title back. Just put title BG. Okay, so we'll pop these all back on and just get them in the right order so that it doesn't look all confusing. And the bad shadow needs to go below there. That one needs to go there. Okay, so there we have it. We've got everything broken down. And then we can have some fun with this in Illustrator. So let's save that and head on over into Adobe Illustrator. Technical problems, 2 seconds. And let's go to, excuse me a moment, I'm just clicking a few buttons on the broadcasting and make sure that we're actually live. As I said before, just having a little bit of trouble getting onto YouTube today. So let's, I'll be 1 second. Let's put that there. Okay, right, yeah, we're ready. So now what we're going to do is bring this logo over into Adobe Illustrator, and we can go to File, Import File, and where did I save that then? Maybe it's in here. Yep. So what we want to do, we want to import it as a composition. It should give us the layers. I think that's the right way around. Yep, ideal. Okay, so now we can head here, and what we've just been mucking around with there has been brought over. So what I'm going to do is just change the composition settings to get some HD. Okay, and where this is all vector, it should stay in position. So I'm going to just increase the size here so that that really didn't work right. So what I'd normally do in a situation like this is create another composition that's the right size, and then bring this all in as its own kind of pre-comp. So I'll just go show you how to do that for a moment. Let's say pre-compose. So logo, layers, and then we can scale this, and it'll keep it whole. Okay, and then from there you can head into this bit and we can play around with it. Why am I getting disconnected? Having connection problems here. Let's just double check through all of this. Okay, anyway, we'll figure that out later. It's still YouTube being difficult. So let's zoom in a little bit and that bad shadow. Oh yeah, it just needs to go behind that yellow border. So let's first of all focus on bringing this text in. So I'm just going to get rid of everything else while we figure that out. I don't need the yellow border yet. Don't need the head. Okay. So what I want to do with this is basically have it fly down from, like, kind of fill in the screen, and then I think as it lands, just have these kind of wobble a bit. So to do that, we can. I just need to change my composition settings because we don't want a 6-minute thing. We probably want about 30 seconds, something like that. Should do the job. So we want this to be in straight away. So within about 2 seconds, and we'll see how that looks. So let's I think we're going to treat this as its own little bit. So if we click here, we can control the scale. So I want it to finish exactly here, and then we can come back over here. Get it really big. I'll probably have to fade it in a bit. So if we so that's definitely way too slow. So if we grab this, and then we'll just copy that and pop that on these as well. So I'm literally just copy and pasting. I can see. Still say that's a bit slow. So, like with anything, when you're working on design projects, I think it's just about playing around and seeing what looks right, and obviously learning how to do it. But I think the biggest part is knowing what you want to see and whether what you're making looks how you want. So let's copy that one and then pop that on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that really wasn't right. Okay, so about here. So I don't actually think we're going to get anywhere near to 30 seconds with this, which is not a bad thing because people's attention span is not amazing. So we'll just see how it looks. I don't want it to hang around too long. And what we can do now is just add a bit of a wobble to literally as it lands. We'll see how this looks. So we'll use the biggest one first. We'll just add a tiny just two 2 or 3, we'll see how that looks. Yeah, I think that's all it needs, and we'll do a slightly different one on this one. Still do it at the same time, I think, but maybe do it the other way. Do it a little bit more. So once we've added in like some kind of dust or crack behind it, it should look pretty good. Okay, I think that might be just a little bit too much. Let's bring that back a little bit. And do this something similar for this one. Maybe do this a bit further apart. Just see how that looks. Select it. That's the other thing, is actually all of these need to come back a little bit to about there, so that as it hits, it is where that wobble is. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. Maybe actually get this bit doing it as well. I think I might just need to pop a different background on so we can see what's going on, and just do that white, I think, for now. There we go, can actually see it now. Yeah, so I'm liking the look of that so far, so we're gonna leave that for a moment. We might just come in and do some little adjustments as we go on. So what I'm going to do here is, that is where that little animation finishes. So I'm going to hold down Shift and press 1, and it just give me a little layer marker here, so I know that's where that finishes. It finishes its movement. I still might do something here. I'm not overly keen on it filling up the screen there, but I'll work that out later. That's kind of the final little details. So here we now need to bring the hood in, and I think we're gonna use the puppet tool here, puppet or puppet position. Sorry, I'm thinking of Photoshop, but it's similar sort of thing. So we can hit here, and what I want to do is just add a few points. in. Probably one up here as well. I think that should give me what I need. Maybe just do a couple more, just to really get all those bits down. So I think that should give us what we need. And it also gives us this is where we can play around with the timing. And what we can do here is this is where we can start mucking around with this. And let's bring this down a bit and zoom in so we can see what's going on. So we want to do this. Let's figure this out. I want it so that he comes, kind of pops up from there, but like in a creepy way if possible. So we might have to do, to start with, just do a normal kind of position. Again, we don't want this to him to drag, but maybe scale as well. And we can scale him off, and I need him to definitely not be visible until that point. And this is where we can muck around with them. So let's bring them down here first, something like that. But we can squish him. Squish him so he's hidden behind there, and then already it's kind of doing what I want. I think maybe a little bit too quick. But when we start mucking around with these puppet bits, we can really start making it look good. So I think that's roughly where I'd want it, maybe a little bit faster. So let's start playing in here then. Okay, so we're going to play around in the deform bit. So you just got to work out. So that's the top of his head. We'll just tweak these all a little bit and then go back in and finish this round. I've got a feeling of might I need to swap those around. Right, can't do that. I did it the wrong way around. Right, so I need to make sure that we do these afterwards. So let's move these over to here. Because I want the movement to be before he sets where he's meant to be. So grab all of these, bring them back over here. And then maybe still do just some minor ones, just so he's still moving around. Let's see how that's looking. Okay, so I think that'll do for that little bit for now. Once we've got everything in, we can go back in and have a little play with some of this. So again, I'm going to just mark where he stops moving, or where I want to bring those eyes in. So I think I want them in by about there. So I'm just going to do Shift and 2, just so I've got a visual reference of where I'm playing, where I'm going to keep all of these running the whole time. It will help me there. So at that point is where I want the eyes to come in. So I am actually going to trim this down to about there. So we'll maybe look at moving these eyes in a minute, but I think the best way to kind of do this for right now is just do a simple opacity thing. Not quite what I was hoping for, so let's grab all of those. Maybe we could do a little flicker and get it going from there. again and then back up a bit. Actually, if we make sure that doesn't hit 100, it should give a similar sort of effect. And bring it up from there. You know what, I think I still want him to come in quicker. So let's just go back to his head. Close those off. Yeah, that's looking more like it. Okay, then we'll head back to the eyes. And we can just copy. And we want them to kind of be doing their own things. So I was going to say we'll just copy it, but I don't want to copy it. I want to play around with this. So it's kind of like coming in a bit different. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. And I could see how that'll look if we use this Motion Bro plugin to add a little glitch. I don't know if it's going to work well enough, but there's no harm in trying. I think it'll do it to the whole scene. Yeah. But that's cool. I mean, we can add something like that at the end. Yeah, I'm liking that actually. It gives me a good idea to if we do this on a green screen, we can get rid of it a bit later. So let's do something like that. And actually, I'm going to need to do a little glitch again. I might do it a bit faster. What one with it? I think it's just that one. I think I'll leave that off for right now. I do really like how that looks, but I wouldn't want it to do the whole screen. I just want it to do a little bit around him, and that would involve doing some masking, which I'd want it to look right, and that's probably going to take a bit of time. So I will carry on just getting the basic movement down. Because I'm liking this so far. We'll do something similar with the smile as well. Quite liking the kind of glitchiness. We can also add a glow on these. If we do it right there. I'm clicking on the wrong buttons. more of those. Okay, so just to recap, so far we have brought the text in and started animating that, and then started bringing this guy over and just giving him a little bit of life. I still maybe need to play around with the glow, but I think that second one's good. Maybe just needs turning down a little bit, because I want him to, as if he's kind of not turned on, but not in that way. And let's do the same here. I'll just get rid of that first little one. So once we've got that part in, we can maybe just bring the badge in from behind and pop it in, and then just add that yellow line, and I think that would be the base of the first logo animation in place. So I'd be quite happy with that, but I would like to have a few variants, so in the next video we can look at that. We might be able to do a few more, but this is going a lot smoother than I thought it would today, so I'm not sure if we'll be doing a full day's worth. It'd be good to just do half a day. Yeah, I'm quite liking that. So let's put another marker here. So it's looking like yeah, I think we're probably going to get to about 5 seconds, something like that, which is enough just to bring it in. So I think we're going to do a nice easy one with the badge. Oh, no wonder I can't see it because it's there. We won't do it as simple as that, but we'll make it so that it grows in behind. Maybe just overlap it a bit as well. it out a little bit. I think if we oversize it a bit as well. That's too much. Okay, and then let's get this yellow border on, which doesn't go there. It goes behind the badge. Just trying to work out the best way to do this and why is it not in the right position. It's not in the right position. Yeah, because we have not put the puppet settings back on the hood, so they need to go back to the original place, which is there. So we should just be able to copy those, and as long as they're back by about here, no, that's just completely ruined it. Right, okay, oh yeah, each one has got, it's that one, so let's do, so as long as it's back by there. Perfect. I think maybe we could even give this guy a little wink. Let's have a look at that before we do. I'm here actually winking at the screen trying to figure out which eye it is I wink with. So it's my left eye. Let's see how this would look if we were to do something like this. It's not quite the look I was looking for. I do like the glitchiness of it, but I think we might have to look at doing the puppet and puppet walking with this as well. I'm going to just chuck that over there because I did like that. Let's do one there. I'm gonna have to probably like mash this up because we're getting like a kind of winky shape, but it's the wrong way around. I don't want to move it like that. No, that's definitely not working. Let's undo all of that. I'm just trying to work out if we're winking with an eye like this, how would it work? I think maybe we'd do something like this. Yeah, I think that kind of works. Okay, so can we use the same tactic to make this outline, the yellow border, appear, which actually I might have to go in and tweak whether this badge had it or not. So let's have that. Yeah, because I don't think it should really have it until at the end. I keep on doing the same thing, right? Okay, so let's head back into Illustrator. And we want to ungroup this. Just a second, I've found a little problem. Right, let me just have a look at this again. Okay, that is actually fine. So I do need to join that and that together. So let's bring this out of here. Right, so it's meant to look like that, which actually makes life a lot easier for this part. So the yellow border goes behind the badge. But I want to separate the badge and the yellow borders. So let's do that now. Delete that. No. Delete that one. Okay. So we're going to save that again. Just bring it back in. Oh, that's handy. It auto updated, which is perfect for us. I thought I was going to have to muck around with it, so we just need to line this up a bit better. It should just be Yeah, that looks about right. So let's not, we don't want this to come in until at least then, but we can get it. I just need it where that badge stops moving. Yeah, so it's going to have to be there, and we can use the same technique with a pen tool. So I'm literally, I think I'm just going to make a box and then animate the box. Let's zoom in here a bit. Why can't I do it? What was I pressing before? That's the one. So you can literally go like this. No, not quite the effect I wanted to say. I think I'm making it look a lot harder than it should be. It must be getting near to coffee time. So I'm just going to do that again. Okay, so I think we're nearly there with this one. I'm just going to bring these in a bit closer. It seems a bit too dragged out. So let's just have a quick, yeah, that's what I need it to do. Nice and quick. And then I could even, when it gets to there, I've got a I've got a PNG with some layer styles on it. Why are you doing that? So I can just bring this into here somewhere. Don't really want it to go in there, just that bit. And I can then just match up the size. Also need to pop in a little marker where that finished. So let's just get this. Sorry, I'm not clicking the right buttons. So literally as that gets to there, when it's fade, and then by that fifth one, I want you in here. So let's. It's just going to take a minute to figure out. Might be easier actually if I come into here. Release. the right size now. I think we could probably adjust. Okay, so I think we are pretty much there. We've made a video that is about 1 second long, but does what we need to do. And maybe just drag that out a little bit more. Okay, so I think that will conclude part 1 of putting this together. I'm going to just have a quick break, maybe half an hour, so I'll be back at 12 for part 2. In part 2 we're going to kind of add some more effects to this, really get it looking good, and then if there's time we'll look at making something different with this logo, maybe a slightly different version or something else that I can animate from there. So yeah, thank you to everyone who's joined me today. I will see you in about half an hour for part 2. Have a good lunch.